New England, a region celebrated for its picturesque charm, has a history marked by unsettling episodes of serial violence. The 1960s saw the terrifying reign of the Boston Strangler, attributed to Albert DeSalvo, with 13 women found strangled in their homes. Decades later, Michael Ross, the roadside strangler, claimed at least 8 lives in Connecticut and New York before his execution in 2005. The Warwick slasher, Craig Price, a teenager, shocked Rhode Island with 4 brutal murders, including a mother and her young daughters. More recently, the complex case of Robert Bob Evans, who operated under various false identities, underscored how long perpetrators can evade detection. These historical accounts demonstrate that serial violence is not alien to New England and highlight the disturbing possibility of crimes hidden in plain sight. This grim reality resurfaced in the spring of 2025. In March 2025, a disquieting pattern of human remains discoveries began to emerge across Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. 6 sets of remains were located by mid-March, with an additional 2 found shortly thereafter, bringing the total to 12 by the close of April. While most victims were female, and some recovery sites exhibited disturbing parallels, state and local authorities maintained that the cases were unrelated and showed no signs of foul play. Despite official denials, online communities and some residents remained convinced of a prolific serial killer's presence, speculating that the discovered remains might represent only a fraction of total victims. The unsettling series of events commenced on March 6, 2025, in Norwalk, Connecticut, with the discovery of 35-year-old Paige Fannin, a New York hairdresser, in the Norwalk River. Her personal belongings and clothing were found near the riverbank. On the same day, approximately 180 miles northeast in Plymouth, Massachusetts, a hunter discovered human skull remains in the woods, the details of which, including gender, age, or estimated time of death, were not publicly released. 2 weeks later, on March 19th, in Groton, Connecticut, a decomposing human torso was found in a suspicious black suitcase near Colonel Ledyard Cemetery. The victim was identified as female, likely between 45 and 65 years old. The following day, 50 miles east in New Haven, Connecticut, the significantly decomposed remains of 59-year-old Denise Leary, who had disappeared the previous autumn, were found in a wooded area. Her son reported her suffering from mental health challenges and strange behavior before her disappearance, and her death was listed as undetermined by the medical examiner, with no signs of foul play. By March 26th, with 4 bodies located, the count rose further. In Foster, Rhode Island, a walker discovered another set of female remains near a trail, partially wrapped in a trash bag. This victim was later identified as 56-year-old Michelle Romano, who had vanished mysteriously the previous summer. Despite investigations, no significant clues or cause of death were determined. By April 9th, additional unidentified human remains were found in Killingly, Connecticut, bringing the total to 7 bodies discovered across 3 states in just over. As the number of bodies across the region increased, online speculation intensified, filling forums with discussions of a potential serial killer. These rumors permeated communities, fostering fear, tension, and mistrust. The New Haven Police Department faced mounting pressure to address public concerns, particularly given that many victims were middle-aged women. Despite inquiries from national publications and amateur sleuths, New Haven police firmly stated there was no basis for connecting Ms. Leary's death to other cases, describing online speculation as growing without foundation. The Connecticut State Police, investigating a case in Danielson, also confirmed their investigation was active but had no information suggesting a connection to similar discoveries. The online discourse became so prominent that law enforcement agencies felt compelled to address the rumors publicly. A Facebook group dedicated to a potential New England SK garnered nearly 9,000 members, further amplifying concerns. Groton, Connecticut, police issued a statement clarifying they had no information linking incidents in Rhode Island to any events in Groton. However, troubling developments continued. On April 22nd, police in Springfield, Massachusetts, responded to a report of an unresponsive woman found near a bike path. She later died, prompting a homicide investigation. 3 days later, on April 25th, the Groton Police Department announced a major breakthrough in one of the earlier cases. The victim was identified as 58-year-old Suzanne Wormser, and the suspect, 68-year-old Donald Koffel, both residents of Groton and known to each other. Koffel confessed to killing Wormser during a heated argument over a drug dispute, striking her with a baseball bat and dismembering her body with a handsaw. Both weapons and bloody clothing were found at their shared apartment, confirming the DNA match. Koffel was arrested and charged with murder, evidence tampering, and abuse of a corpse. Authorities explicitly stated this was a targeted, brutal act, entirely separate from other regional cases. Koffel died in custody on May 9, 2025, due to advanced pancreatic cancer, reinforcing the official stance that not every discovery was part of a larger pattern. Despite this resolution, anxieties were further heightened by additional discoveries. On April 25th, more remains were found in Taunton, Massachusetts. 2 days later, a boater reported a body in the Connecticut River near Rocky Hill. The Hampton District Attorney's Office in Springfield, Massachusetts, identified the woman found near the bike path on April 22nd as 45-year-old Megan Meredith, confirming her death was being investigated as a homicide. While the cause of death was not disclosed, officials did not believe it was connected to other remains found across New England. Further discoveries in the following weeks added to the regional anxiety. 2 additional sets of remains surfaced, one in a river and another near a prominent residence in Westerly, Rhode Island. The skeletal remains found in Killingly, Connecticut on April 9th were confirmed to be those of an unidentified man, aged 25 to 45, differing from the pattern of female victims. In Pawtucket, Rhode Island, another male body was recovered from the Seekonk River in late April. The discovery in Westerly garnered significant media attention due to its location near Taylor Swift's Watch Hill mansion. A human leg bone was found on Everett Avenue, just blocks from the famous address. This discovery, along with others, fueled online theories of a serial killer, leaving many residents on edge. As of May 16, 2025, the total count of bodies across New England reached 13. A significant source of online speculation originated from Facebook groups dedicated to the supposed New England serial killer. An anonymous post in early April hinting at multiple bodies buried along Scarborough Beach in Narragansett, Rhode Island, triggered an extensive and expensive multi-day search by law enforcement, including cadaver dogs. Nothing was found. Further investigation revealed the post was part of a fictional narrative by a user writing a novel, highlighting how easily online rumors can impact real investigations and blur the lines between fact and speculation. Experts have weighed in to bring the conversation back to reality. James Allen Fox, a prominent criminologist, offered 2 primary reasons why the New England serial killer theory is unsupported. First, there appears to be no connection between the victims, which is a characteristic of serial killers who often target individuals fitting a specific profile: gender, race, age, physical traits. Second, the locations vary significantly across many different cities and towns in 3 states. Fox emphasizes that serial killers usually have preferred, familiar, and safe dumping sites and are not typically spending weeks roaming vast areas hunting random victims. He also points out the varying timelines of the discoveries, with some remains found days after disappearance and others believed to have been there for months or longer. Furthermore, the methods of disposal differ widely: bodies found in rivers, suitcases, or wooded trails, which does not align with the routine or evolving habits of serial offenders. For these reasons, Fox considers it highly improbable that these cases are the work of a single serial killer. Dr. Catherine Ramsland, a forensic psychologist, highlighted the importance of focusing on verified information and the potential harm of baseless theories to ongoing investigations and victims' families. This aligns with law enforcement's general view. Widespread online speculation can make cases appear larger than they are, and there is currently no forensic evidence linking any single event to another. Officials have advised against premature conclusions, A retired state police lieutenant and law enforcement analyst noted that agencies share information to compare similarities and would communicate if public concern were warranted. He acknowledged the difficulty of these cases, especially when multiple discoveries occur in similar areas. The overarching question remains: is there a serial killer in New England? Law enforcement agencies consistently state there is not, and the available facts support their position. There is no consistent victim profile. Victims include men and women of different ages and backgrounds, some missing persons, others not, and some unidentified. There is no clear pattern in how the bodies were found, no shared cause of death determined for all, and no distinctive signature connecting them. Geographically, the cases are spread across 3 states, involving different towns, timelines, and jurisdictions, which does not resemble the typical geographic footprint of a serial killer. While it is possible some cases could be connected as investigations are active, test results are pending, and families await answers, as of the time this information was compiled, there is no credible evidence indicating the presence of an active serial killer. Experts in law enforcement agree, underscoring that while fear spreads quickly, facts and truth require time and patience.